Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Tuesday, 4th March 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. The March Madness has begun with Trump yesterday. What he had promised, he's performed. So there we are. The March Madness begin. Let the March Madness begin is what he says. So March Madness actually is a terminology used in the US. It's a NCAA college basketball championship tournaments that take place in March and April. It's also known as the Big Dance. So Trump had proposed tariffs, 25% tax on products from Canada and Mexico, and an additional 10% tariff on goods from China. And he had said it will begin on Tuesday, and promptly it is going to begin as far as he is concerned. So now the fear is what next? Whether tariffs will now come on April 2nd, and what will be the extent, and how will India, which will be affected, how much affected will it be? So yesterday, soon after the announcement, Standard & Poor crashed 105. Incidentally, the European markets all hit an all-time high, the DAX and I think CAC, because they have the defense stocks in their indices. So that went up significantly. In US, markets were up, but soon after it was known that Trump's tariffs will come into play today, because there was a last-minute hope that it may not come. So Nasdaq fell close to 500 points, Dow fell to 650 points. It at one point of time did 850 points thereabouts. Now this is the next other important thing which I've been harping for quite some time. When it was 4.7, 4.8, people said the US 10-year will cross 5, and that is the reason why FIs are leaving India. I do not believe that is the reason why FIs are leaving India. There is probably something more to it. So I was very confident that we will see US 10-year yield going towards 4. Now we've already come to 4.14. And I am quite confident that they will stay below 4 for quite some time based on what Mr. Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, is doing. If you just listen to him and if you see what they're doing, they are looking at, bringing down the yields significantly lower from here. So if the last few months, the lowest yield was 3.6 when Fed actually began to ease, and that the yield, a 10-year yield, shot up actually from there. It should not have done that. So now, since it's overshot there on the other side, now it will revert to the mean, which is 3.6, and it may even go below the mean. But 4 and below is almost certain. Dollar index also is down. Look at what happened to the Brent oil. Brent oil came down to 71. I've been always again harping on 65, because again Trump wants lower oil, because the fact that the phrase of drill baby drill, which means what? That means they're going to drill more oil, and OPEC also is going to increase output, because they now are wondering, let us get something at these price of 71. So I won't be surprised 65 coming in, and US Treasury yields down, bond market they're up, which means there is no excuse for any FI to go to US or any other country, because the other countries, Europe is in shambles economically, but the stock markets are doing well. That is a bubble there. The DAX bubble will crack badly in this year, according to me, but when, I don't know. So the safest haven actually will be India. Now, whether they will come back quickly or whether they'll stop selling, we don't know. But what I can only say with confidence is we are now in a sweet spot. I've been mentioning that the sweet spot may take some time for people to understand. So March I've discounted. So maybe April 15th is what I said. Not maybe, I said April 15th. And I said Independence Day, we should be in a much, much better position. Now, if you have the patience, if you have the confidence, then I think one should be able to ride this with a clear sense of direction. Otherwise, you listen to these people who come on TV, somebody talking of 10-year bear market, somebody talking of 3-year bear market. I don't think this bear market will last till August 15th. August 15th, things should be much, much better. Of course, the game will start from April 15th is my analysis. Let's see what happens. So yesterday, what happened? Yesterday, there was total chaos in the morning, and obviously FIs were selling left, right, center. Then 22,000 on the Nifty was at was the target it looked like. So the selling took place 4 times. It went to 22,000, and then there was a rear guard action, and the Nifty closed much above 22,000. Today morning, things are again going to be a fight between the bulls and the bears. So yesterday, I would say the one, because in most of the indices they closed positive, and of course, Bank Nifty was more troubled than Nifty. Nifty closed almost in positive. Mid cap, small cap, all of them did well from the lows, but they struggled through the day. By end of the day, the bull power won over the bear power. As per my analysis, clearly in the morning there was 1:10 advance decline for every one advance. There were 10 declines. I think by the end of the day, it came into 1:2, which is remarkable, I would say. IT did well, pharma did well, everything. Did well. Energy closed flat, all because of Reliance. I'll show you an interesting graph of Reliance at the end of this podcast. It will be really an interesting thing to know. FIs continue to sell close to 5,000 crores. DI is more than equal to them, plus some more at 8,800 crores. Buying, I think, stabilize the market. I think we'll get this stability, or we'll get this fight. Yesterday was a very good fight. The fight was there on Friday also, I'd mentioned. Yesterday was another fight, and yesterday bulls went. Today also, I think the fight will happen, and I don't see any reason why there should be a panic, though the Gift Nifty talks of 161 points down. Now, if you look at Gift Nifty very closely, the volumes are hardly 48,000, 50,000 contracts compared to what happens in the regular market. So any small movement can move the Gift Nifty. Now, this is the Reliance 200-week EMA chart. If you see this chart, right from when, before even Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister for the first time, that is around March 2014, the prices have always kept above the 200-week EMA. This is a long term. We're talking about 11-year chart. Only a couple of times in the COVID time, it fell below 200-week EMA, and that too within the second week, it bounced back off that 200-week EMA. So yes, last week was the first week when it fell below 200 EMA. Actually, yesterday, if you calculate, it has fallen below the 200-week EMA into the second week. Now, we have to see whether by the end of this week or early next week, whether Reliance will bounce back. Now, why I look at Reliance is the third biggest component in the Nifty. The Bank Nifty is doing reasonably well. If you look at HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, which are number one and number two, they are candidates for a pullback, a fresh pullback up. HDFC Bank and both ICICI Bank are far away from the recent lows. So therefore, the third leg of the triangle is Reliance. If Reliance gains strength, then Nifty will stabilize. I do not know about this 22,000, whether it will break, what it will do. I was thinking that 22,000 may not break, but we are just soldiers in the market. The market may break. People are talking 21,800, but my aim is for April 15th and August 15th. So therefore, I would like to look at Reliance carefully. We hold Reliance, so it's all more important for us to see what happens. Reliance has been very disappointing, but I think if what past performance says, 11 years past performance of 200-week EMA not falling for more than 2 weeks, then we should see a bounce in Reliance, a significant bounce in Reliance. You look at this bounce. The last time it broke, it went up here. It came close to this 200 EMA, it bounced back. It was hovering around here for a long time, but everywhere it came, there was a significant bounce because the chart is so skewed towards the higher numbers, so you're not able to see the bounces. The bounces there were significant every time when it hit the 200 EMA or tried to break the 200 EMA. So I am expecting Reliance to do well, not because we hold, but we are holding because I'm expecting Reliance to do well. So therefore, I'm cautiously bullish. I'll see what happens. Yesterday was a very tough day for us because we are long only. We do not take short positions for quite some time. From last June, we have not been taking, but we were able to do reasonably okay. But we have carried forward some of our positions, especially in Bank Nifty. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.